Hi, I'm Paul.
And I'm Dan.
And this is his.
And his.
Top 5 most ridiculous things we've ever done for a trophy / platinum trophy.
Like a platinum trophy.
In a PlayStation
In order
game.
to get the platinum.
So, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you'll know that me and Dan here aren't a stranger to a platinum trophy.
Oh,
Why am I
true.
talking like that?
I don't know.
We aren't a stranger to a platinum trophy. We love platinum games.
We do.
Say it all the time because we feel like you get the most out of games by platinum.
Totally. I'm sure I've said in a previous video, previous video, you get more bang for your buck.
Certainly do.
You really do. It just gives you something else. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I finished the game. It just gives you something more to do. You know,
Yeah,
you get a little
exactly.
checklist, and you get something to show that you've done it, which is cool.
Exactly. We always say this about Nintendo platforms. I always go for PlayStation / Xbox titles over Nintendo just purely because of the achievement system.
It's a shame, like, because Nintendo's first party titles as well, I love them so much. But like, I'd be so much more inclined to like pay some of the ridiculous prices they are if I could have something to like sort of show for it. And it's not hard for them to do.
No, definitely not.
I mean I'm no coder, but
it can't be too hard. They put
No,
achievements
it
in the
can't.
game, so why can't they
Yeah.
add a social platform?
Yeah.
But anyway, let's just get straight into the video before we ramble on about
Yes.
Nintendo. Oh, I've stuck at the door of the Explorer video.
Nintendo.
My number 5 for most ridiculous things I've ever done, and this one isn't too bad. This is just like a standard grind. Quantum of Solace, James Bond game, the second of the Daniel Craig movies. Not so, like I said, not so much ridiculous. Just a long grind. Summer 2009. Worked in McDonald's at the time. Didn't mean for that to rhyme.
Killing it. Bars.
There's a trophy in it just for getting to the highest rank in multiplayer.
Right, okay.
5,000 XP. If you win a game of Golden Gun, get 100 XP. To put it into perspective, is that like 500 wins in that one game mode. It took me an entire summer. I did nothing for the rest of that summer apart from get up.
Oh God.
I locked myself in my room. Got cabin fever. Woke up every morning thinking, oh God, more Quantum of Solace. Yeah, that's my number 5. Not terrible though.
My number 5 is playing for missable trophies or multiple ending trophies. So like Dark Souls have multiple endings. Catherine's not a platinum that I've got. It's one I'd like.
Heavy Rain, I can chip
Lots
in for
of-
that
yeah.
one. I had a platinum Heavy Rain.
What else got multiple endings? Or missable trophies. Do you remember Crimes and Punishment, Sherlock Holmes?
Oh,
It was
my
free on PlayStation Plus. My God, I should have read the
Or a
trophy
terribly
guide.
great game.
Yeah. I kind of enjoyed it, but just because everything was just so slow, and I missed the trophy, and then I went back and I missed it again because I wasn't paying attention. I started to get frustrated, so like I literally played that game 3 times because I missed the trophy. Can't remember
I
which one it
followed
was.
a guide meticulously.
Now like I don't like to look at guides because like usually I'll do like a blind playthrough of a game and then look at the trophy guide and just pray that there's no missable trophies where like I have to go like way back and do like a load of shit I've already done again but better.
But is Sherlock
Sometimes
Holmes Crime and Punishment worth
no.
a blind playthrough?
Sometimes you've got to make the call. Shall I look at the
Where'd
trophy
you draw
guide
the line?
first? Yeah, I mean it's easy enough to avoid spoilers on trophy guides, and they're good trophy guides. I'm pro trophy guide.
They really are. Yeah, definitely. I always have a little read of a trophy guide just before I start because there's nothing like for example, I've been going for the 1000G on Blue Dragon, Xbox 360 game, and when I first started it back in like a year ago, January, the first thing I did was get a checklist for all the items, put them into a note on my laptop, and I thought I'm just gonna go through it really slow. Not gonna look for the items, but if there's any left at the end, just highlight the missable ones. So if I do go too far, I know to reload the save, etc. I'm really close to getting 1000G on it actually. Just
it's pretty impressive.
recently beaten her. Just need to do a few tidies up. My number 4. This is a funny one. Any of you veterans out there remember a little application called PlayStation Home? I do. PlayStation Home was like.
What was tell the story? Tell the story.
PlayStation Home was this social hub sort of game. Think of like old things like Habbo Hotel, Second Life. It was Sony's answer to that. Club Penguin, if you will. It was a social game, completely free to play. When it came out in 2008 or something, I latched onto it. I used to love games like that. Didn't really get involved with like the social side of it.
Yeah, I was the same actually. Because
I just really
enjoyed like
walking about, doing the little. Remember that? There was actually if you YouTube Whole World in His Hands, PlayStation Home. When it first came out, there was a billboard in like the main screen. It played that song. Got the whole world in his hands. It was an advert for the PSP.
Oh, right.
But like 24/7, there'd be always a line of people just outside the billboard just doing that same dance in a row, and then you'd have people in like the Santa Claus outfits, just like, and you just have such a, and you'd log in and you'd just see the same line. Oh my god, it was so fun.
Never stop.
But anyway, in like 2014 or something, I randomly stumbled across a trophy list for it. It just, out of nowhere, got a trophy patch. There was no platinum for it, but I was like, okay. So I went back on PlayStation Home, there was the odd trophy, like change your clothes, stuff like that. And then it got announced that it was closing. They were actually closing the servers down in 2015. So I was like, oh, that'd be a really nice, like 100%. That'd be really, it's a rare one, obviously. It's obviously unobtainable now. There's a trophy in it for signing into PlayStation Home for 50 days in a row on different days, and I can't remember if it was in a row or if it was just all together. So I knew obviously I'd logged in a few days, so just to be safe, I did a full 50. Every day I logged in, took a picture with the in-game camera just to log the fact that I'd been on that day. So I went to every single world, took a picture of each different world just to document it. 49 days roll around, I'm like, oh, excited for this. Been doing this for fucking 3 months straight now. Gets the last day 50, log on, no trophy. This is with a month left till the server's closed. So I was like, well, I don't have time anymore to get 50 days. I was like, I've technically done 50, I've got 50 pictures here logged in the album. Did I give up? Nope. Went on the next day, didn't pop. The next day didn't pop. Must have got to like 55 and it popped, but it was ridiculous. I signed into PlayStation Home every single day for 50 days. I have 50 odd pictures of this PlayStation Home, but it was like, I could actually show them because it was a PS3. Alright, let me see if I can do this. Oh my god, yeah. So in the White Knight Chronicles outfit. So yeah, here's picture one, here's day one, and it literally goes on. Look at me, just the little dragon just chillaxing. You know, the nighttime world. There's so like, oh, look at that, that's a lovely view. And I've got these documented in the back cave. You know, I've been everywhere. Virtua Tennis 4, and I purposely tried to like make them in the same pose for every picture, just so I could create a cool little thing where please just stood still. But he's in Liverpool in this one. Little pooches.
Something wrong.
That's my number 4.
My number 4 is tying a bobble around the sticks
This
to get a trophy. So Rocket League, for example, you drive so many miles, I think, in the car. Oh,
250?
Something like that.
Like
and you clock up miles slow as well.
Yeah.
So that was a good few hours just left on going around in circles.
You can only the games only last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So you can't leave it on for hours and hours while you go out and fucking do whatever you want to do.
Wow, actually.
Mm-hmm.
If you set it on a multiplayer match, it can, because if you go in the training mode, it doesn't count. So you have to be in a match. So you go in a match where there's so you go in a 2-player match, and there'd obviously be no one else playing, and then you wait for it to go into extra time. But if you both got 0-0 and the extra time is infinite,
Didn't think of that. I just
That's
used to like half asleep.
still took a few hours
excess,
of just leaving
yeah.
it on. Like I think.
Burns your
I watch
consoles out there and shit.
I can't remember what I was watching something on Netflix at the time. I remember I was just checking after each episode.
Sometimes you have to do these things. Like it's just
I
Rocket
mean,
League. I'm not gonna play
it's
Rocket
an
League.
easy trophy, so yeah, you just get the platinum
just
out
for
the
the
way.
platinum.
And it's just then you've got it then.
My number 3 is Wonder Book of Spells. Now this isn't so bad. It's just that sort of ridiculous game that you wouldn't play if it didn't have a platinum.
Yeah.
So
or unless you're a child, like.
the story goes like this. So
I just love Harry Potter.
yeah, or I think it's linked to Pottermore actually. If you're really into Pottermore and get things up with that. It's a decent interactive experience. It's just funny because like I knew it was an easy platinum, and I remember walking into game and they just had it in a bargain bin for £3. I was like, I'm not gonna pass up. It's got a motion controller with it and an eye camera, which I was like, £3.
VR was coming out as well, wasn't it? So
VR was coming out. Yeah, I was like, I might as well get an extra controller. Brought it home, plugged it in. Camera couldn't pick up the motion controller. I was like, well, this is stupid. It doesn't work. There's no motion controller. Whatever. Stuff happened. Moved into this house. Got the PlayStation VR and ended up getting the motion controllers. Tried it with Wonder Book. It worked. I was like, okay, I'll go for the platinum. It's the most tedious game experience in the world. It holds your hand all the way through. You literally just you have a book, like a physical book. It's on the shelf. Yeah. Somewhere. I'm not gonna get it down, it's too much effort. It's basically a big blue book. It's got like 5 pages in it. 5 chapters, each page is a level sort of thing. You just learn Harry Potter spells and do shit. I spent like 5 hours going through it. I was just sat here like when I first moved in, like what am I doing?
on your own, like.
People were all like going on nights out and I was the last one in the house, like, what's my life called? Just flipping a little blue. And it's not even like you can just like do it half-assed, you've actually got to like shout Flipendo! And shit like, oh, like.
My number 3 is waiting aimlessly for rare spawns or
God.
farming for rare drops.
I feel like you're naming stuff and then I'm saying the thing that is my next one's related to this.
Right. So, for example, if you'll pardon the French, GTA 3.
This is a funny story.
Oh, God. So, again, linking back to missable trophies. So, there's a trophy for obviously 100% of the game and for collecting one of all the every vehicle, I think. So, you get the vehicle driver to the garage, then drop it off, and logs it, ticks it off. Oh, I can't even remember which car it was now, but
It's the armored car.
yeah, there's one mission in the game where it will definitely spawn because you have to use it for the mission. Yeah, but I didn't know that until I'd already done the mission, and then I was like, I'm not going back. I'm not starting again I'm not starting for starters. I wasn't starting the whole list over again from the beginning. Never mind.
For starters, you weren't starting.
Well, yeah. Never mind starting the whole game from the beginning and then starting like getting to a point and then starting the whole list from the beginning. Ridiculous waste of time. So I'm just driving round and round and round the friggin' football stadium, running over jocks, like it's just waiting for this car because it's a rare spawn. And it took me a few days of just like spending a few hours. I was on party chat with these, and I'd literally just be driving around and around waiting for him to
Just
drive.
keep checking if he's still alive. Like, Dan, you still there?
I'm like, yeah.
Still go.
I remember when I was like, it's there. I was like, seeing it. I was like, it's there. And I was like, I've never drove more carefully in my entire life on GTA because it was like, if this blows up, this fucks off now, I'm giving up. Like, but I did it. Stuck with it. Got the plat.
Final Fantasy 14. Ever heard of it? It's an MMO. It's great.
It's a
So,
great MMO.
Every year around spring, I always bust Final Fantasy 14 out because the music soothes me and it goes nice with the spring, and it's lovely. It's like my own little tradition that I do. Me and Richard played a lot of it. The trophies aren't hard. They're just very
Time
tedious.
consuming.
Yeah, very, very time consuming. Didn't get the platinum yet. I'm gonna do it one day. Aren't I? I'm gonna do it one day, aren't I?
You keep telling me.
I keep telling them I'm gonna do it one day. So basically, there's different classes and there's different jobs in the game. And there must be about 21.
For the platinum,
It goes like woodwork.
there's more than that now, but for the platinum,
for the
you
platinum
will
it's
need
like 20 odd
from the base
something like
game.
that. So there's 3 field ones. So there's fishing, mining, and
Cutting,
wood cutting. So the fishing, wood cutting, mining, they're not too bad. All you have to do is like cut down 1,000 trees, catch 1,000 fish. That's ridiculous. Or mine 1,000 rocks. It wouldn't be bad if the rocks just like respawn like RuneScape, but you've got to actively go and like I think you get like 3 picks out of each rock. It's just so tedious. But even harder than that are the crafting skills. So you have like woodwork, smithing, what's the upholstery, jewelry making, shit, whatever it's called. That requires you to synthesize 1,000 items. That means craft 1,000 items of each class. Ask me how many classes I did, Dan.
How many classes did you
I did one, Dan. I did one. It was woodcraft, only because I was an archer and I could benefit from the weapons. That's all I did.
Makes sense,
But it's not just crafting, Dan.
isn't it?
It's not just crafting, Dan. You basically need little gems, and every time you craft something, it uses up 2 of a different combination: ice, fire, lightning. These gems don't come easy, they only come from grinding, so you've got to grind for the gems, then you've got to grind for the materials, then you've got to craft, and that's 1 item. So you craft 1 pair of clogs, you think you're sound, that's 1 item, you've got to do 1,000.
1,000 clogs.
Ask me how many inventory slots you have.
How many inventory slots do you have?
Not
Paul?
1,000. So then you've got to take your full inventory to your bank or to your general
yeah.
exchange to sell them onto another consumer. Repeat that 20 times. I gave up. All I did was did 1 of each item. I synthesized a fish. I synthesized a piece of armor. I'll do it one day, but just not yet. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is actually glitching the game to save time.
This is an iffy one.
Yeah.
Some people in the trophy community will.
Some people will not like me for it.
like
I
this.
remember. I'll tell you. One of the games, for an example, is Demon Souls. So for it's just a lot easier to whiz through the game if you're a higher level. And you can glitch it, so you can glitch the boss souls.
It's duplication.
Yeah, and dupe them. Just get like a shitload, sell them all to Big Thomas or whatever his name was. And yeah, just get like a shitload of souls, just level up to fuck like OPs up. First, like I always do, it's okay, don't get mad at me. I've done the game and that. I did everything with sound, you know, did it all fair and without cheating or anything like that, because I don't like cheating. But when you just want the plot, like, you know, it just saves a lot of time. It's a grey area.
if you can do it,
Or-
it's touchy.
depends.
I wouldn't do it straight out. If there's a brand new
No.
game out the box, I wouldn't have done
no,
it. Demon Souls, it's years old.
Yeah,
like,
it literally...
beat the game, did all the bosses. It's literally just the
It's
grind
just
for them
if,
souls.
if
man.
it's too tedious, then I don't care. If it's like, oh no, it's unnecessary to glitch the game, then fuck it, yeah, I won't glitch the game. But yeah, Dark Cloud as well, I glitched that too because I'm not being funny, but you need like a certain amount of money, I think, for a trophy to accumulate like a certain amount of money, and I swear the game like it wants you to use this glitch in order to get the trophy because you get the littlest amount of money from drops, if any, from enemies. Like normally there's like a enemy in the game which drops like a shitload of money if you kill it, so you know you farm by killing that enemy. But not really in Dark Cloud. I think there might be, but it's just not enough. Like it's just next to impossible. Well, not impossible, just ridiculous amount of time. Yeah, so glitch that one too in order to.
I mean, I did the same with Final Fantasy X. Didn't platinum it, but there's a Tomberry glitch where it just gives you millions of XP. Doing that sphere grid legit.
I wouldn't say that's a glitch. I'd say that's a technique.
Oh, really? Oh, well, there you go then.
So I think that's well fair.
Justified. My number one, I hate telling this story, but I love telling it as well because it's just I'm such a nerd. Like, what's wrong with me? My number one. Anyone heard of a game called Little Big Planet? No one's heard of it. Basically, this little indie game that some company called Sony made. They released number 2.
What's a Sony?
So Little Big Planet 2 released in like 2011. I don't know, something like that. 2009, I'm guessing. And there's trophies in it. Basically, Little Big Planet's all about creation and using your imagination and happiness. And so there's the creator trophies where you have to spend so much time in creator mode. Another classic use of the elastic band trick. Jump into creator mode with the Blazzy band on the analog stick. It spins an object around for a day. You've got a gold trophy.
Bada bing, bada boom.
But when it comes to social trophies, that is where we're down.
Being social.
There's a trophy called Love, or it might be Share, can't remember. And it's basically you get 50 hearts on one of your levels. Not terribly bad if you can make decent levels. Can I be honest, making decent levels? I made one good level in Little Big Planet 1, and it naturally got 50 views, and I actually got the trophy.
That's pretty cool.
So that was that, and I was like, can I be asked making Ninja Warrior 2? Ninja Warrior 1 was the first one. It was so terrible.
That's amazing.
So I made the level. Literally, the level is just like you spawn and you fall down into the end. So if anyone was to play it, you'd literally spawn in, drop down. So there's no reason to heart it. It's not a complex level with all contraptions and good music and lighting and all stuff like that. It's literally, I built this for myself. So what I do is make a new account with PlayStation. Yeah. Make a new account on the PlayStation. On the PS3, to do this, you have to create a new user on your actual console. Go to sign in using PlayStation Network, sign up for a new account, go on, give an email in, get the email, confirm your address, and then start Little Big Planet 2. But you have to do the tutorial first with Stephen Fry talking you through it. So you do the tutorial, loads up, we're talking like half an hour at this point. Loads up, and then you have access to the online worlds. Search for my world, go into it, fall down into the goal, party. That's one.
Oh no.
I needed 50.
Did you do it?
I made
48
PlayStation accounts.
Why 48?
Because I already had one half, and then like the half in the first one, but 48. I plugged a keyboard and mouse into a PS3. I laid in bed for 3 days. I had a little routine. Boom, boom. Blah blah blah, the hotmail.com, blah blah blah, the hotmail.com, literally over and over, 48, and then I finally got it, and that was the last one I made the platinum, and that's the saddest story of my life.
That's, I think that trumps my number one.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever done for a trophy.
That's pretty tedious.
And the only reason I did it was because me and my brother were in a feud over who's going to platinum it first, because we only had one copy. So I had to.
I had to kick his ass.
He went to bed, I stayed up and made 48 accounts. So I'm sorry, Sony, but there's 50 accounts on your network that aren't worth shit. What's your number one?
So my number one is I don't know if it's actually got a name, but I call it the save backup trick. So I've done this for a few games, like when I was going for platinum for Binding of Isaac. Again, people are probably gonna think this is cheating, but I mean seriously, like beating all the bosses and stuff with the Lost. Like the Lost is a character that you can unlock like by uncovering cryptic messages in the game and stuff. And then it's literally one hit death, like character. If you get soul buffs, they don't count.
It's literally very hard.
Yeah, extremely hard. So, oh boy. So for starters, you go to Lost, select the Lost, get to the item room. If it's your item, start again. Go until you find a decent item. Save it, back it up, go through. If you die, reload your save from a memory stick and overwrite it onto on your hard drive, and then load the save so you've still got your decent item.
And it's not exactly a quick process. You've still got it's a good 10 minutes to re-download something, because then you've got to erase it.
And it's going back to waiting for like a rare drop, like waiting for something decent. The only good thing is, because you're like a ghost, like already dead, if you find a Satan room, you can get the items in the Satan room without having to sacrifice any of your hearts, because you haven't got any. It's the only plus side. But yeah, managed to get a proper decent OP, The Lost, with buffed up and stuff. Yeah, that's how I did that. And same with
I used the same technique for a game on the PS4, and I can't for the life of me remember. It just came back to me, and I can't for the life of me remember.
I've done it for a few games, like the Rogue Legacy I did it for, because you've got to beat the game in under 15 deaths. So I think basically the game's kind of hardly designed, and you kind of get stronger, say from memory anyway. You sort of get like stronger, or like battle buffs and stuff, like they carry over to the next generation, because when you die, like it goes to like the next generation, and that's your next character. So you've got to do it in under 15 deaths. So literally just it dies and stuff. You go back and the last boss, when you're very weak, I remember it being quite the challenge. Like,
it's a tough game. I said last week's episode I only beat the base game of Rogue Legacy because difficult.
Titan Souls is another one I did it for as well. Same thing.
Like,
you can't die. It's like beat the game without dying. It's like as if you like imagine actually like getting to like the last boss. I haven't died yet, and then dying, and then having to do the whole thing. Nah, fuck that. Easy, just back your save up. Yeah. It's okay. It's legal. It exists. Fine. It's legal. Are we done?
That nice coffee.
Yeah.
Can I taste some?
It's black.
It's a mean cup of Joe. That's been our top 5 most ridiculous things we've ever done for trophies. Yeah. Please don't judge us. We are losers.
If you've done anything more ridiculous, please let us know in the comments. Let us know stories. I'm intrigued if you've done something worse than make 50 Sony accounts to get a platinum on Little Big Planet 2.
I should be arrested.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've revitalized all of our social media, so now we're back on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the lot. Like,
it's all down there
in the description below.
Follow us.
Just search for No Spoilers UK.
UK.
I'm Kate. UK.
I'm Kate.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.